Hi, I'm Kathy Gunst, resident chef for Here and Now, and it is harvest time. September means harvest. The gardens are overflowing, the CSAs are full of gorgeous fruits and vegetables, the farmers markets are just overflowing with local food. And now's the time to capture all the flavors of summer so that you can can them and freeze them and keep them all winter long. And then in February, when it's dismal and freezing cold, you can open a jar of homemade tomato sauce and relive all the pleasures of summer. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to demystify canning. We're going to try to bring it down, just a few simple steps, and show you how really simple it is. Every September, without fail, I make up a huge batch of tomato sauce. So I have all these beautiful heirloom varieties of tomatoes that I grew. I have my own garlic, my own onions, and a whole collection of herbs straight from the garden. These are all going to get chopped up into a sauce that I roast. And what happens is that the high heat of the oven just breaks down the tomatoes, and you have like instant roasted sauce, and it's slightly caramelized and smoky. It's fantastic. One of the big myths about canning is that it's super complicated and you need a lot of special equipment, and none of that is true. Here's what you need. You need a big pot. This is my canning pot. It's just a big, huge pot filled with boiling water. This is the insert that comes with it. It's going to hold our jars. We're going to put this in later. We have clean canning jars. You can reuse them from year to year, but you need brand new lids and seals every year in order to make a tight seal. And we're going to talk about that in a little while. The really important thing with canning is that everything be sterilized and clean. You don't want any bacteria. So we take our jars and we put them right into the boiling water. You don't have to worry about the jars cracking or breaking because they're made to take high temperature. I got some smaller jelly jars here. Now these are the lids and the screw-on tops, and as I said, you need brand new ones every year. You don't have to buy new jars every year. You can reuse them. And the lids need to be sterilized as well, so we're going to pop those right in here. Cover them up, let them boil for 3 to 5 minutes also. Just leave it alone and let it sterilize. Jars have been boiling for 5 minutes. You'll see I have a pair of long tongs, and they have nice rubber on the end, so they stick. You know, you don't drop things as easily. Just want to take the lids out. You don't want to touch anything. Once it's been sterilized, you'll have to touch the lids later, but you just want to let them dry off. And we're going to pick up the jars and drain them. You want to be really careful. This is really hot boiling water. And we'll just line them up and let them dry. So these are super sterilized. They've been through the dishwasher and now they've been in boiling hot water. Something to always keep in mind when you're canning is you don't want to be putting cold sauce or jams into hot jars. You want the sauce to be warm. So we're going to just put that in. You never want to fill it all the way, 3/4, because it's going to go back into the heat and it's going to expand. Let's give that a little juice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our towel and we're not going to touch the rim. We're just going to clean it off because we don't want any sauce there because that can create bacteria. Take a clean lid, put it in, put that on. Seal it up really tight. You see there's still some space there. Now we'll keep going. So we have our jars. They're been sterilized. They've been filled with the hot sauce. The lids are on. They're sterilized. The top's been screwed on. I'm just going to double check that. And we're ready to process them. Our water's boiling. Again, you want to be really, really careful. This is incredibly hot. I have my rack there. Just going to lower those onto the rack. put one in the middle. That works out perfectly. And now we're going to gently lower them into the water. You want them to be completely submerged in the boiling water. We're going to cover it, and we're going to process them for 30 minutes. And we'll let them cool off. I'm going to lift them out. One of the really good signs that I see is that none of the lids are buckling. And what I mean is that sometimes when they haven't sealed properly, if there's air trapped there, they'll kind of look like a little wave and you'll see a buckle. We don't have any of that. We have that really nice hollow sound, and they all sound the same, and that's another good sign. I just want to show you, you don't have to worry about taking this off. This can come off, but this is where you're testing it. See that seal? We are good. So hopefully I've demystified the canning process for you. It's really simple. You just want to be super sterilized and super clean, and you won't have any problems. And you're going to have this gorgeous sauce, or whatever it is you choose to can, all winter long. So enjoy it. Don't be scared of it, and have fun. The other thing is invite some friends over, let them bring all the produce from their garden in CSA, and make yourself a canning party. Enjoy.